Jackson Podcast.
Another list. What's popping with y'all on this beautiful Sunday, man? Hope y'all having a great day. I know I am. I know I'm about to. Hip hop, R&B, black culture. For a minute, let's just talk about it before we get to this list, because this is the third week in a row where I've been doing lists, the top 50 LA rappers, the top 50 hip hop songs or whatever it was last week. I done forgot. It's so many lists that I'm out here reacting to. Today, it's the top 75 R&B artists. I've contributed to hip hop culture, man, probably for the last 20 years of my life. Writing, recording, engineering, mixing, mastering, doing graphic design. Now I'm talking on podcast or whatever. But I want to say something. The last 2 years, R&B to me has dominated hip hop. They're releasing higher quality music. I found out about new artists like C.S. Armstrong out of Houston. It's dope. I like what Leon Thomas is doing. I like SZA. I like her. I like Summer Walker. I like the resurgence of Usher. R&B is in a good place, and it's a lot of quality artists that a lot of people may not even know that's independent and doing their thing. And they releasing high quality music. It ain't about how much music they releasing, like rap and, you know, just bringing out a whole bunch of foolishness and drug-induced music. You know, the youth is into that, but I really ain't into that. So I want to see who is on this list. I really just want to do the top 10, to be honest. But I'm going to look around from the 75s, the 50s, and 40s and all of that, who I'm really interested in and who inspired me from the past previously in R&B music. KC from Jodeci. That's one of my favorite artists of all time. I love MaryJ. Rest in peace to Aaliyah, one of the GOATs, man. Real talk. Aaliyah is one of the GOATs. Another artist that has inspired hip hop, has been sampled a lot, is Willie Hutch. Willie Hutch don't get his credit to me. Marvin Gaye is a GOAT. Stevie Wonder, who is still with us. Like, it's shocking that Stevie Wonder is still with us. Where is he on this list? I ain't even look at it. Diana Ross. Ain't no mountain high enough. Don't get me to singing, man. Bobby Womack. I love Bobby Womack also. But if Michael Jackson and Prince is on this list, what's y'all thoughts about that? Should they be on this list? Are they R&B still, even though to me that they're pop and their music was more of a popular music standpoint? Let's just get into it though, man. See who's 75. Ruth Brown. Okay, 74, Summer Walker. 73, Etta James. Jackie Wilson, who is dope. 71, Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole might be lower than 71 because Keisha Cole got some phenomenal records, man. She been in the game for a long time. She underrated. She could sing her ass off too. Her, 70, okay. So they got some of the newer generation in her. Bobby Womack, who I just said was one of my favorites. If You Think You're Lonely Now. I like when KC from Jodeci, he reenacted that song too. He killed it. Phyllis Hyman, she definitely is dope. It made me want to listen to some of her music, man. To be honest with you, Tank, 67. He's going to be disgruntled about that, and I'm looking forward to listening to that on his podcast. 66, Keith Sweat. 65, Tina Marie. Okay. 64, I don't even know who that is. Let us see. Let's read the article and see who this is. Initially drawing buzz in the early 2000s with indie releases, Soul Singer and Feeling Orange, but sometimes blue. Lettuce's 4-octave mezzo-soprano vocal prowess continues to mesmerize, most recently when the singer-songwriter performed a compelling live rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing, the Black National Anthem, at this year's Super Bowl. So she performed at the Super Bowl, and I don't even know who she is. The prolific Lettuce has steadfastly crafted a catalog of 12 studio albums. Wow. I got to tap into her, man. Real talk. Music, Soul Child. Oh, man. I remember I had an argument one time with a former friend. I won't call him a friend no more for some specific reasons. He said that Music Soul Child was better than R. Kelly. And we had an argument for a long time about that. I just Couldn't believe it. And then I ended off with saying that music is subjective. It's not objective. Everybody has their own opinion of what they feel about other artists, because Musiq Soulchild is dope, but he ain't R. Kelly. Anthony Hamilton, shout out to Charlotte. Dope singer, dope artist. 61, Ashanti, dope singer, dope artist. Neo at 60. Wow, that's low. Fantasia. I got Neo over Fantasia. That's kind of disrespectful, even though Fantasia got the bigger voice, the better voice. But as an artist in totality, Neo to me is better. Peabo Bryson at 58. Tevin Campbell. Yeah, he's a one-hit wonder, man. Joe. Okay, Joe. Joe made the list. Jasmine Sullivan. You know, it's a lot of R&B artists. Jill Scott. Stephanie Mills. Rick James at 51. Rick James got to come down from 51. John Legend at 50. Damn, Bobby Brown at 49. Lauryn Hill. Is she a R&B artist? Or is she a hip hop artist? This is a discussion that needs to be had, because a lot of people will put her on the Mount Rushmore in hip hop. It's certain individuals that say she's the best rapper of all time, when majority of her debut album and only album is singing records. So from her melodic contributions on the Fugees, I can't even talk, I'm trying to read so fast. On the Fugees' 1996 blockbuster sophomore set, the score to her own groundbreaking 1998 debut, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, Miss Lauryn Hill effortlessly told the line between hip hop and R&B. That's true. Her genre-shifting talents across those two albums reoriented perceived musical boundaries between R&B, funk, jazz, boom, bap, and pop. One thing I want to say about my appreciation for real artists and real creators is that do whatever you want to do. Rap, sing, have jazz, rock, pop, whatever you want to on your album. Do whatever you want to do artistically. Don't limit yourself creatively based upon people's perception of you. Do whatever the hell you want to do. 47 The Weeknd. 46 Rihanna. D'Angelo at 45. D'Angelo a GOAT, man. But I don't got him over the... Oh, shit, this is crazy. Is D'Angelo better than The Weeknd and R. Kelly? No. Is D'Angelo better than The Weeknd and Rihanna? Not R. Kelly. Because R. Kelly got to be top 5. Or I'm going to be feeling disrespected if he ain't top 5. D'Angelo has monumental records, but has he put out enough records? And is he still going? You know, I appreciate history and everything, though, but you got to be current also if you ain't dead and gone, because art is something that is for life. It's not temporary. SZA at 44. She has put in a lot of work. Dionne Warwick at 43. That's low for Barry White at 42. Salute. Brandy at 41. It's a hell of a lot of. Aaliyah at 40. You know, Aaliyah is that girl. And I want to read the paragraph that they created for Aaliyah also. She's that girl, but I can't put her over Brandy musically, but in totality and impact with fashion and movies and the songs that she created, yeah, she over Brandy. She is high, though. She is up there because the amount of time that she had, you know, it's like the Biggie thing. A lot of people will put Biggie in a top 5, put Biggie on a Mount Rushmore. He only had 2 albums. He had a short amount of time, but what he achieved in that short amount of time should be appreciated, just like Aaliyah. Despite an all too brief life, Aaliyah shaped the first era of R&B stars, reared in hip-hop culture, describing her style as sweet but street. Aaliyah married her honeyed airy falsetto with exciting street-savvy beats courtesy of her frequent collaborators, Timbaland, Missy Elliott, and R. Kelly, for gems such as One in a Million, Are You That Somebody, and Try Again. She further expanded the musical sense with an effortless, cool demeanor in her fashion choices and music videos. Of course, we'll always wonder about the what ifs, but even with less than a decade Between her career start and her tragic death in 2001, Aaliyah created a legacy that has echoed for generations. Let's talk about this for a minute. Because Aaliyah collaborated and worked with people that we consider legends now. Timberland, Missy, R. Kelly, DMX. Because she got a hit with DMX. Where would she be? Like, she was the echelon. She was the top of the top. And when she was alive, we recognized her before we recognized Timberland, Missy, and R. Kelly. She was the star. So, man, rest in peace. Rest in peace to the little baby. Roberta Flack, GOAT. Maxwell, 38. Maxwell is a transitional artist also. He shaped a lot of the R&B sound, the crooning, the easy listening, the pretty man. Yeah, he's dope. You know, I was listening to his Tiny Desk the other day, right? Tiny Desk is doing a phenomenal job with reintroducing us to artists. And when I listened to his Tiny Desk, I realized how hard it was to record Pretty Wings, because it's so many different pitches and places that the engineer should be appreciated in music, is because they the one that make the song whole. When you listen to some of these songs live, they sound completely different. Even with the A. Marie Tiny Desk, a lot of people saying she sound trash, she can't sing, she can't do this and that. No, but when you listen to the record sound good. It's because the engineer made it cohesive. And she can actually sing. It's just so many elements in the song. Some people that does R&B music, they may go over that track that you listening to 15 to 20 times. It ain't just one lead and they through and they done. That's cap. But a lot of people that's consumers really don't know that. So let's keep going. Frank Ocean should not be 37. That's cap. Even though he does well, he has a great body of work. He has a classic record also. But he shouldn't be over Maxwell. He should be over Brandy and Aaliyah and all of that. That's crazy. Drop some music, nigga, and I'll see where you rank. Even though he got some great records, Thinking About You and all that. Tony Braxton, legend. Mike should be lower. Babyface definitely should be lower. I got to see who comes out the Babyface. It better not be nobody that's garbage below Babyface. Real talk. Donna Summer. I done sampled some of her music myself. She's dope. Donna Summer. Alicia Keys. You know, I have a debate about Alicia Keys' career that I don't know if a lot of people will agree with. But if I was doing a comparison, not to minimize any of these women's contribution to the culture or whatever though, but if I was to compare Alicia Keys and Beyonce, who is the better artist? Who do you listen to the most? Who is the most talented? I know one sings and dance, one sings and plays the piano, but for me, it has to be Alicia Keys. I just like Alicia Keys' music more. I just do. I can't lie to you. I ain't gonna cap. Lionel Richie, a GOAT at 32. Anita Baker, 31. Gladys Knight. I remember when I used to eat meat, I went down there and got some of them Gladys Knight chicken wings in Atlanta before they closed down. Gladys Knight and the Pips. Hey, yeah, they was hard. At 30. Diana Ross. She should be lower. That's a GOAT. She should be top 15. Easy. Erykah Badu, 28. Damn, it's a lot of greats. It's more greats in R&B than it is in hip hop. Chaka Khan, super GOAT to me. One of my favorites. Chris. Pause. 26, nigga. Oh, that's disrespectful. He had to be top 10. Let's read what they say about him. A teenage Chris Brown exploded onto the R&B scene in the mid-2000s with an undeniable charm that sparked major heart fluttering across the globe. Breezy's engaging 4-octave range and smooth dance moves drew comparisons to Michael Jackson, as he since evolved into one of music's premier all-around entertainers. The Virginia native also continues to churn out hits with ease. 17 Hot 100 top 10s to be exact, not to mention 118 total entries and counting on the charts. The impressive tally includes breakthrough single Run It, She Ain't You, No Guidance, Under the Influence, and Residuals. Now celebrating his 20th anniversary in music with the global stadium tour Breezy Bowl 20, Brown has developed a diehard fan base that stuck with him through thick and thin. A 25-time Grammy nominee, Brown won his second gramophone in February for Best R&B Album with 1111 Deluxe. 20 years, he's still winning Grammys. 15 of those 20 years, he didn't have the major label backing him after the Rihanna incident. After all the trials and tribulations he has faced for that incident and the backlash and them not funding his career and stuff and not promoting him and not letting him come to awards and all of that, for him to still be relevant, for him to still be making hits, for the level of talent that he is, this shit disrespectful to put him at 26. That's all I'm going to say. It's highly disrespectful. Patti LaBelle at 25. Patti Pies. Bill Withers. Ain't no sunshine when you... Oh, yeah, he got hits. Use Me, Lean on Me, Lovely Day. Yeah, he got hits, Bill Withers. Teddy Pendergrass. Luther. Truth. Donny Hathaway. Otis Redding. I'm going to get on down to the top 10. Smokey with the allegations right now. Al Green, The Truth, 18. Janet at 17. Mary J at 16. Isaac Hayes at 15, a GOAT. Salute to his son and what he doing with that platform he created. Curtis Mayfield, a GOAT also. Sam Cooke. Change gonna come. Change gonna come. Usher at 12. Okay, so we get into it. We're gonna start at 12. If Usher 12 and Chris Brown 26, we never got the verses. It's really no comparison, to be honest with you, because they two totally different artists. But Usher at 12 and Brown at 26 is a little weird to me. So the ultimate triple threat entertainer, Usher personified the gold standard of R&B hit making in the late 90s and early 2000s with songs like You Make Me Wanna, You Remind Me, and You Got It Bad. Then his magnum opus arrived in 2004 with the Diamond Certified Confessions album. The Grammy-winning 14 times platinum project debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and produced 4 number 1 singles. Yeah, Burn, Confessions Part 2, and My Boo. For as dominant a commercial run as the genre has ever seen. 2 decades later, embarked on a well-deserved victory lap while headlining the Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show and showcasing his live performance mastery. Usher has proven to be the blueprint for achieving successful career, rising from childhood star to R&B deity. Let's get on to it. Ray Charles. GOAT. It's a little bit before my time, but I know what that music did, and him not being able to see and all of that, him having movies created after him, Georgia on My Mind, all these records, A Fool for You, and My Own Tears, Hallelujah, I Love Her So, yeah. Marvin Gaye. To me, he's the blueprint for a lot of this. He has been the blueprint for a lot of songs sampled in hip hop also. I think that 10 is a sufficient place for him. He is definitely top 10. And he got hits. And he faced a lot of trials and tribulations. I expect 5 of these top 10 artists to be Motown Records artists. R. Kelly at 9 is disrespectful. That's all I'm going to say. It's disrespectful. He top 5, man. Ever top 5. Effortlessly creating smash hits. I don't even want to read his thing, though, because I feel like that's disrespectful to put him at number 9. And I think it might have something to do with the allegations, the charges, him being tied to RICO charges and SA and S trafficking and all of that old type of stuff, man. That doesn't have nothing to do with his artistry. And what's y'all thoughts about that? Can y'all separate the person from the art? Or does that all tie together for you as a person? Because for me, I separate the art from the human being. Even though when I do listen back to some of them songs, I can hear the foolishness in the lyrics, though. Let's go. Mariah Carey, one of the best voices ever. Hits on top of hits. It was a song she released in 2005. I don't even remember the title to it or whatever, though. But it was a dominant smash hit record. Let's go to number 7. Prince. I want to read his article because is Prince R&B or is he pop? Prince can also be considered abstract, or it's another term I want to say too. He could be it's so many genres of music, alternative. He could be a lot of different things though, but Prince, I don't know if that's R&B to me. With his extraordinary vocal range, genre-defying catalog, and well-heeled dance moves, Prince quickly became one of R&B's game-changing legends and the driving force behind what became known as the Minneapolis sound. The creative wonderwork burst on the scene in 1978 with debut album For You, featuring the sensual, soft, and wet, but it was the multi-instrumentalist eponymous sophomore LP that spun off his first number 1 R&B hit, I Want to Be Your Lover, and set the stage for a prolific career. Prince's seminal moment arrived with the 1984 film and album Purple Rain, which included the hits When Doves Cry, Let's Go Crazy, and the title track topping the Billboard 200 for 24 weeks. The album seamlessly interweaved funk and rock into the Purple One's slick R&B sound. So he interweaved funk and rock to make it an R&B sound. But if you look at it, it's pop, rock, jazz, blues. I was just saying earlier when I was talking about Lauryn Hill, don't limit yourself. Do y'all consider Prince R&B? Let's go. James Brown. I'm excited to see who number 1 is now, because James Brown is up there, man. James Brown is up there, man. Real talk. He's one of the he was Michael Jackson's inspiration. You know, James Brown is top 5. That's all I'm gonna say. He gotta be top 5. Look, it even said right here. I just said, he said, plus his sweaty Southern preacher inspired stage persona drove fans berserk. The real backing band on 1963 Live at the Apollo, and inspired everyone from Mick Jagger to Prince to Michael Jackson. By the mid-60s, America was changing and Brown was transforming too. With the backing band and endless rehearsed ringers, he deprioritized traditional song structures and leaned into a hypnotic groove and syncopated hard-edged R&B, releasing lengthier tunes with nary and wasted syllable guitar chords and drum beat. Don't mind me, y'all, when I be mispronouncing words and everything. I be trying to read accurately. I'm in a learning stage, man. I'm just trying to grow, evolve, and don't mind me. I'm gonna mispronounce words. Whitney Houston, number 5, rightly deserved. One of the best voices of all time. I think might be my favorite voice of all time. She got a plethora of hits. The Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, man. Just by that one note, I ain't even gonna attempt that note. But y'all know what note I'm talking about. The Bodyguard soundtrack, man. Come on, man. Dolly Parton, I Will Always Love You, when she remade Dolly Parton's song and people didn't even remember that it was Dolly Parton's song. You know what I'm saying? She died at age 48 in 2012. That's crazy, though. But Whitney Houston rightfully deserved to be top 5. Beyonce, number 4. she's more pop to me, to be honest. But when I think about her contributions to music in general, she deserves to be top 5. Even though she's number 4, but I don't know if I could put her in the R&B category over Whitney. Now, and I could put her in the pop category as top 5 also, but, oh man, look what Billboard just said. They put her top 4 in R&B, but Billboard's greatest pop star of the 21st century also happens to be one of the best R&B artists of all time. In fact, it's her dedication to her R&B foundation that has helped her become one of the music's most innovative. You know what? Let me stop with this pop rhetoric that I'm talking about, because pop just means popular, even though a rapper could be popular. Because Eminem isn't hip hop to me. He's popular music. So it's just pop. It's a subgenre to take people from their original genre to say that they're popular because their music is moving and it's got motion. Beyonce, well deserved. Real talk. Michael Jackson, not number 1 is crazy. To be honest, now that I'm removing the popular thought process away, Michael Jackson it's different, man. You performing, people in the crowd dying. They act like they sing Jesus at some of them performances, man. Michael Jackson is the greatest. To me, he is the greatest entertainer of all time. Not just R&B artists. This is an R&B list, but entertainment-wise, the greatest ever. Let's get into it, see who number 2 is. Aretha Franklin is crazy over Michael Jackson, though. Arriving 12 years after Ray Charles ushered R&B music into the mainstream arena, Aretha shot to groundbreaking heights herself as one of the genre's most heralded voices, a talented pianist as well. She signed her first recording contract with Columbia at just age 18 in 1960, but nothing fully clicked during her tenure there. It wasn't until she signed with Atlantic Records in 1966. It's crazy, man. These record companies, that they in control of some things, man, like the music industry, because Columbia's still around. That was 1960. Atlantic Records still around. That was 1966. These companies, whoever is CEO or own these music industry companies, are going to die and leave the company to somebody else. This is crazy. The music industry. Got to see who number 1 is. Let me guess. I actually have no clue. After they took away Mike, Prince, R. Kelly, I thought it might have been R. Kelly, to be honest with you. Beyonce gone. Monica didn't even make the list. Let's go number 1. Stevie Wonder, well deserved. Well deserved. They got this list right with who's number 1, to be honest with you, because to think about it, he's still here with us, man. 2025. He's still here with us. He got hits on top of hits on top of hits on top of hits. Awards on top of awards on top of awards on top of awards. Multi-skilled individual and can't see. And still around to this day, making hits and doing live performances and all of that. Definitely a legend, man. What's your thoughts about this list, though, in the comment section, man? Real talk. I'm interested in y'all take about the list. Billboard left Monica out. That's interesting. Left a few people out. This list long, too, boy. Left a few people out. But at the end of the day, just acknowledging R&B artists was a good thing, and I'm glad to see it was a lot of us in there. They didn't put none of Justin Timberlake in there or a white buddy that Marvin Gaye had to sue. Not trying to be on no racial type shit or whatever, though, but I'm glad to see that it was predominantly us in there. So I feel as if like this list was a dope list. Good for conversation. Let's further the discussion in the comment section below, though, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in to my show. Peace, love, plenty of abundance. Make sure you go get you some money, and I'm gone. Chill.
the Trevor Jackson Podcast.